Hello and welcome back to a new episode of creating a D&D maps, whatever you want to call it, how to. I don't exactly know what the series is called, but I'm going to be creating another map for you guys, and hopefully you guys can get some inspiration or follow along, however you want to do it. And just remember, all my maps on this channel are up on Patreon, all for $1. You can get all the maps for just $1. Again, don't feel free to throw money at me, but if you're interested, there it is. Today we're doing a bandit map, a little bandit camp or abandoned tower. We're gonna go ahead and start with our normal things that we do. 25 by 25 grid. We're gonna go ahead and add a bunch of land, and then so we are going to put this against like a cliff. So we'll get some cliff here, and then kind of flip it around so that the cliff is there, and then we're gonna make it a little more jagged on that side. Then we'll go over here and get. So I was looking at the like regional maps and fantasy like maps. I wanted to get like a hills or some sort of asset that like resembled like on top of a hill. And we got these little modules here, so we'll go ahead and put some down. We'll size them up, we'll darken them up, and we'll put the contrast as a like around there. We'll kind of make it this little area where the tower kind of came up to, and then we'll overlap. Keep in mind the layers are pretty much the big thing here, and then we'll put the tower here. So we'll go ahead and grab some stone, it looks like. All right, there we go. And of course a tower is circular, but we're gonna start off with a square because we can go ahead and grab the grass. I think it's sometimes hard to, there's so many assets, it's sometimes hard to find the asset that you actually want, which is why you see me essentially looking up things. There's a lot of keywords, so just keep that in mind when searching for stuff. Is keywords help it. And then you take the grass, we'll go ahead and kind of gradient it so that's it's on the inside of the tower. And we'll go ahead and grab some we'll grab some stone that has some moss in it, some mossy stone. And I believe that's right there. We'll grab that and we'll make it look nice. And then over here, we'll go ahead and grab a campfire, I want to say. Or are we trying? No. I think we wanted to build like sort of a little scaffolding project, like a tower that they built in order to like keep watch or something like that. So we got these, and this is a little transparent thing that they have that kind of just shows the back area. So what we can do is get some wood, and we'll put some wood down, and it'll essentially look like a small little platform. But I don't really like that wood, so I end up changing it to this wood. And it kind of looks all right. A little later, I put these like on top, and then we'll grab a ladder. And there we go. We could do a rope ladder, but I just went with a wooden ladder. And we'll put that there so that people can get up there. And then we will go back to the tower. We'll go ahead and add a campfire. Again, you can just look up fire, but apparently campfire isn't part of that, and fireplace is also not part of that. So we'll go ahead and grab a campfire from the starting thing. We'll size it up a bit. We'll grab some fire and put it on the campfire so that it is on fire. All right, so we want to add some foliage, I want to say. Some, I guess, stone. We go with... it's hard to sometimes choose what you want to do. Again, like you do have choice paralysis when creating a map because there's so many assets, there's so many like there's this huge catalog of brushes and stuff like that. So we go back to the stone and we make a little stone path where people used to come here, and I think that looks good. We'll go ahead and grab the trees. We don't want to do regular trees. We'll do evergreen trees. We'll go ahead and put them where I usually remember. The trunk is always in the middle so that dynamic lighting, it is easier. We'll make that bigger, and we'll go and just put these around. Then we'll grab that, and then we'll go ahead and put some stumps. Stumps always indicate that there is or was a civilization, as most people don't get rid of the stumps, especially back then. We'll go ahead and grab some mushrooms, and at first I wanted them dotted, but I thought, no, let's do little clusters here and there, like 3 here, and we'll put them next to the wood so it makes sense. And then some flower bushes, we'll put those here and there and there, and we'll just kind of stick them and dot the area. You could do different foliage. You don't have to do exactly what I do. Different foliage, basically what I usually do is I kind of just look and think about what environment the area would be in. So next to a small little hill, it would be getting a lot of rain, so that's why I put a lot of green plants, a lot of healthy green plants. And then we'll say these bandits probably took a cart. Let's say that's the reason the party's there. So they grabbed a cart full of supplies off the road, and you guys are tasked with bringing it back. So we'll put a cart. We'll go ahead and grab some barrels to put in the back of a cart. And I wanted like a big thing of barrels, but that's too much room and doesn't make sense. So we'll put the barrels over here and delete that barrel, and then we'll go ahead and grab some runes, just some stone to put places, and go ahead and grab some rocks. Rocks are always a difficult matter because you gotta like spot them essentially in the map, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to make a big like line so you can click and drag, but you don't want that. You don't want the line. You want them to be staggered and whatnot throughout the map, and make it a little more realistic. We'll go ahead and rename it Abandoned Tower, which is where our bandits have set up at Abandoned Tower. And we'll go ahead and grab I think we'll go ahead and grab some maybe some bigger stones. Yeah, some bigger stones kind of lining the little mountainside here that we got. Like the stones kind of fell, and we'll kind of dot the map a little bit with them. You don't want to dot too much with these huge stones because they take up a decent size. And then we'll go ahead and grab, what do we got? We will grab, I think we're looking for foliage right now. And again, it's hard to distinguish between everything. We're not gonna go with the leaves like the last map, because again, trees or evergreen trees don't have leaves. So we're not going to go with the leaves. We'll go ahead and put the campfire. We could put it there, put it out there, but we're gonna keep it in here. And then we'll go ahead and grab some bedrolls, I think, and dot the area with some bedrolls. We'll put them there, and we'll put them there, we'll go ahead and add some extras, so some backpacks, and then some water skins, and then we'll go ahead and grab let's see, we could have done a campfire like that, but we didn't. We're not gonna change it. We'll add a barrel, just a barrel of water, some alcohol bottles, and I think we'll add a barrel up here on the little thing, and then we'll add a chair for like the archer, and then we'll put these behind and onto the side to make it a little more realistic, as like a building. And then I think we'll come over here and we'll make a tent. So the way I make tents is I put the spokes up, essentially the four corners of the tent, and then we grab the carpet, which is not usually used for tents. It's usually used in like as a carpet, but we're going to add some curtains as well. And curtains do this really cool thing where they look like cloth. Obviously they're curtains, but you can change them to kind of match the carpet, which means that it could be an entire tent made of the same material, more or less. So we'll put the curtains there. We'll go ahead and double up on the sides here, kind of resize them, and we'll duplicate it, flip them over, and resize them, and then of course we'll do the back of the tent. And there we go. We're gonna probably put some we'll probably put some bedrolls in the tent here in a sec. No, we'll start doing the runes. So what you want to do is you want the runes to match up to the original runes that you have. You want to start with essentially lines, because walls usually withstand the test of time. Walls do. Like doorways and windows don't usually do that, so you want a bunch of L shapes and possibly like T shapes. So like here I'm doing an L shape in the back a little bit to indicate that there was a building there. And then we paused for a little bit as I had something to do. So we're going to put some more bedrolls in here. We'll say a couple. Let's say this is a pretty big tent. It can hold about 4 people, and we'll have them all situated kind of the same way. We'll put some more water skins, and we'll put a little chest in the back, like the valuable stuff, you know. And then we'll go ahead and grab some backpacks, and then we'll kind of put them to the side, like underneath, and then there we go. Put them on the, kind of make it look lived in, and we'll put a little hatchet there. We'll size it up, and why not a shovel? Sure, why not a shovel? And then there we go. We'll move things around a little bit, but ultimately I really like the way this turned out, and I just really like it. It looks like a good map, a good little adventure for your D&D group, and it's just a top-down view of the tower. You could put bandits up in essentially up in there, and they do have the height advantage, and they could pepper the heroes with arrows, and they can use the trees for cover, or the walls, the ancient walls that used to be there. But anyway, I want to thank you very much for watching. As always, these maps and all the maps that I make are on my Patreon. Don't feel obligated to go and get them. They are only $1 though, and all of them are under the 1 tier. I think it's a little black mage or little wizard or something like that for you guys. And as always, subscribe to the channel. I don't say it enough, but if you like the content, I'd appreciate you guys subscribing and making the LilDM that much bigger. As always, have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one.